everybody, it's Adele and welcome to my channel Sew for Serenity. Welcome back to all my regular viewers and welcome to anybody that's new if you've just found me. Hi, so this is my channel where I talk about my love for dressmaking, my love for fabric, my love for patterns and just general sewing chit chat. I release a video every Friday to talk about what I've made for that week and what my plans are for the following week, and just give you updates on any projects that are in progress. I also try and release ad hoc fabric hauls, and I've just released a Tilly and the Buttons Love at First Stitch review, which I'm hoping to do more of as my channel grows. So first of all, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that subscribes to my channel already. And if you don't already subscribe, please consider subscribing. I have reached the milestone of 1,000 subscribers, which I had to pinch myself. I can't actually believe it that I've done it in just over, you know, a couple of months. I launched my channel on the 17th of December and I didn't even think I'd get 10 people watching it, to be honest with you. I'd like to just say a massive thank you to all the fellow vloggers that have supported me. Very much everybody in the community has been really supportive, but especially It's Me Lauren. She was somebody that I reached out to at the very beginning, and she was the first person to kind of put my content out there. Also, I'd like to say thank you to Rowan, the Yorkshire Sew Girl, Emma at So Do It Emma. I'd also like to say thank you to Hales Moore Sewing. I'd also like to say thank you to Clare at StitchHemSew. I'd also like to say thank you to Helen at Stitch Rip Repeat. And I'm gonna be and also Tamlin at Sewn on the Time. Everybody's been so supportive, and if I've forgotten anybody, I'm really sorry. Oh, Anna, You've Got Me in Stitches as well, has been really supportive too. So yeah, thank you so much to everybody out there. But mostly I want to say thank you to all those people that have subscribed, all the people that send me lovely comments. I've just really enjoyed chatting to everybody. It's been really lovely. So thank you so much. Other things that I want to talk to you about, I have got some really exciting things in the pipeline for you and for me. So on Monday, I'm going to be releasing hopefully a collaboration video that I've done with a lovely fellow vlogger in America called Fatmata. She actually has a channel called, I'm just going to get this right, TIMA at FK, and it stands for Traditionally Inspired Meaningful Art at FK, which is her initials. And she's a really great vlogger who does some really inspiring vlogs. She does a lot of self-drafting, a lot of alterations and hacking of patterns. She's actually never sewn an indie pattern until this collaboration. So we've both chosen the same, we've both done one of the same pattern, and yeah, I haven't seen hers yet. I'm waiting for her photos to come over. But yeah, I should hopefully be launching that collaboration video on Monday. So watch your space for that. Also exciting things that happened this week. I got my So Hayley Jane box so early for February, and it was such a fantastic theme and some beautiful fabric. Spoiler alert, I'm just going to say just before I go into it, if you haven't got your luxury box yet, please do not watch this next bit. But the fabric was beautiful from Lady McElroy. It was called Love Note, and it was in a beautiful blush pink and lilac, so it was amazing. I'll link my card to that video here. If you want to watch that unboxing, just click the card that will appear up here or up here, and you'll be able to watch that as well. So that was really exciting. The other things that are really exciting is I have got 2 other collaborations that are in the pipeline with 2 other vloggers as well. Hopefully you'll know who I'm talking about. So Anna at Have Me in Stitches, we've been chatting away to each other via Instagram and in the YouTube comments, and on, I can't remember what night it was now, Monday evening we had a Zoom meeting. We'll catch up, and you know what, we were both very nervous, to be honest, because obviously you're talking to a stranger. But honestly, the time we're on for about an hour, and the time just flew by because we just have this love for sewing that kind of unites us, and we just were chatting away, and it was so lovely to talk to someone face to face that just gets sewing and isn't bored of me talking about it. So that was really, really lovely. Really enjoyed that. So we both have the same fabric that we purchased from Guthrie and Ghani. And it's, you'll remember it if you watch my fabric haul. If you haven't watched my fabric haul, I'll link the card. I don't know which side it is, so I'll just say I'll link it up above. And yeah, it's this beautiful linen viscose mix of this beautiful elephant print, which I want to wear for my hen do, which is in April, in some kind of form of dress. So she watched that YouTube video and actually purchased exactly the same fabric. So I've got 3 meters. I think Anna's got 1.7 meters because it was the last that they had in the shop. And we're going to do one fabric 2 ways. So she's researching now what patterns she wants to make, and I'm researching what patterns I want to make. It's a really interesting pattern fabric. The challenge is to keep it in, for both me and Anna, is to keep it intact as much as possible so we can display this wonderful, this wonderful elephant print to its best without breaking it up with any seams, etc. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. So I haven't got a date for that yet. We're just researching the patterns. I think I know which ones I'm going to do, but I want to make a twirl first because this is, I'm really learning the kind of value in doing a twirl, which I'll talk about in a little bit. So yeah, I'm definitely going to make a twirl in the pattern that I decide before I cut into this. So yeah, and then the other collaboration I've got is with the lovely Clare from StitchHemSew. I'll link a card to her YouTube channel as well. We've been chatting quite a lot in the comments and we decided we'd do a collaboration. So we've chosen a pattern which is a really fantastic pattern which has got lots and lots of options. I won't tell you what it is. So we're doing that pattern and we are going to obviously do our own version of it. So it'll be really interesting, and we're looking at doing that in March. So again, watch this space for that collaboration. And then the other really, really exciting news that I've got is a couple of weeks ago, the fabric company put out a shout for on Instagram for anybody that wants to be a brand ambassador for them, really, in respect of creating a vlog or a blog in return for some fabric. So I ummed and ahed about putting myself forward because obviously I've not been sewing for that very long, and I've not been vlogging for that long. And at that point I only had 500 subscribers. To me that's a lot, but compared to other people it's not that many. But I thought, what the hell, I'm going to put myself out there. And very much in my application I talked about, you know, the reasons for why I sew, what I'm passionate about, you know, that I'm passionate about free patterns, I'm passionate about, you know, using vibrant colours, you know, different patterns that perhaps other people would shy away from. And yeah, so that's kind of what I put forward in my application. And I actually got chosen, so that's absolutely amazing. So the company that, and I am allowed to talk about it, the company that I'm going to be doing a vlog for is a company called Lush Cloth, which I have done a fabric haul video for before, so I'll link the card to that fabric haul because they've got some beautiful fabric. And it's a lovely Oyen, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, I think I am, who runs Lush Cloth. And I've just brought up the website because it's a gorgeous website. It's not thousands of fabrics, but the fabrics they do have are beautiful. And she's just building up her business. So basically, she's been sewing for 10 years. And it's a hobby that she really loves and she's, as we all are, very passionate about. And in 2020, as a lot of people did, she reassessed her life and what she wanted to achieve. And she decided to set up her own business in selling fabric. And she has worked in like the supply chain industry, so she kind of understands how that all works. And she said the reason why she's chose Lush Cloth as the name of the company is because to her, lush means attractive, good quality, and brings lots of pleasure. And that's what she believes can be achieved when purchasing fabrics we really love and want to sew with. Hell yes, I'm definitely agree with that. Yeah, so I'll put a link to Lush Cloth in the show note, the video notes. She's chosen 12 blogger and vloggers to write a vlog or blog, and she's chosen one person for every month. So mine is the month of March, so I will be releasing a vlog where I talk about my make in that, and I have selected my fabric already, and also my pattern, and yeah, I'm excited to bring you that in the month of March. So yeah, that's all my exciting news at the moment. So what have I been sewing this week? Well, it's been a busy week, but I haven't got loads and loads to show you. One of the things that I've been sewing is for the collaboration that I just talked about that will be released on Monday, hopefully for Valentine's Day. I did make a twirl of it, and I also made the actual garment in the fabric. So that was like 2 makes really that I can't share with you until Monday. So there'll be more to come on that. What have I actually got to show you? Well, I didn't talk about what I was wearing at the beginning of the video, and that's because I'm wearing my most recent make, which I finished this morning before I started work, which is my Sirocco jumpsuit, which I have got pictures. This is a Sirocco that I made in this fabric from the, oh, what month was it now? It was the January So Hayley Jane box, and it's this lovely cotton jersey in this celestial print, which I basically copied the make that was made in the Makers Gallery. I think Gemma made it in this fabric, the Sirocco. I've made mine with long, well, 3/4 length sleeves again, because I hacked the pattern to do that, and I much prefer my arms covered. It's just my preference, and with it being winter as well. And I actually had already made this pattern. If you've watched my previous videos, I'd made a twirl of this pattern, to check that I could get it out of 2 meters of fabric, which I could. I mean, I did have 2.5, I had 3.5 of this, but I wanted to use some extra, so I've got some extra left for something else, like a t-shirt or something. But yeah, I did a twirl of this Sirocco in some ITY jersey that I got from Pound Fabrics, which was really, really cheap but beautifully soft, and I actually love that Sirocco. But I made that in the size 38. So the size 38 has a measurement of 34.5-inch bust, 26.5-inch waist, and a 37 leg. Now I am a 34-inch bust, a 29-inch waist, and a 37 hip. So I just thought, because it's obviously got stretch, I thought, sod it, I'm just going to go for the 38. So I made the 38 up, straight 38, and it was quite big actually. Took a little bit out of the crotch area because it hung down, and I took a bit out of the sides. I mean, it doesn't look, I'll put a photograph in, it doesn't look silly big or anything like that, but it's a little bit baggier here. I actually have to wear like a vest under it, which I would anyway, just because this bit comes a bit lower than it should really. But that's the point of a twirl, isn't it? It is a wearable twirl. I will wear it. I wore it out. I've got lots of compliments on it, and I do love it. It's very, very comfy. But I wanted to make sure that for this one I got the sizing right. So the 36, so I decided to size down for this. The 36 was a 33-inch bust, which I knew the bust was too big on the other side, so that was fine. A 25.5-inch waist, and a 35.5-inch hip. Now I had plenty of room in the hip, and I felt I had quite a lot of room in the waist, so I thought sizing down to the 36 would be okay, and decided to take that gamble, because I thought even if the waist is a bit too tight, I can just have a smaller seam allowance either side. I did worry a little bit because the other fabric was a bit more fluid and a bit more drapey, and this is a little bit stiffer because it's a cotton jersey. But luckily it all worked out beautifully, and it fits so much better in the top now. I don't have to wear a vest top with that. I mean, it shows a little bit of cleavage, but nothing that I'm uncomfortable with. There is not much room in the waist. I think if I made it again, I might give myself, I'd grade out, I think, on the waist to the 38. And I need to actually make a note of that to make sure that I do that, just because I did have to have like really, really small seam allowances here. But everything else fits perfectly. I was a little bit worried, but it fits lovely, and I absolutely love it. Wasn't very original because I did copy a make that was in the So Hayley Jane magazine, but I have made it slightly my own with the longer sleeve, so I'm very happy with it. I love the Sirocco. It's a very easy make. I think if I made it again, I could do it without the instructions. It's that simple a make, so I definitely recommend it to anybody that is you know, wants something that is a satisfying make, and you know, it's not too challenging. So yeah, I'm really happy with it, and I hope you like it too. So the other thing that I made, which I have worn it on a couple of videos that I filmed this week, and it is my Tilly and the Buttons Billie sweatshirt in this beautiful fabric that I got from my mystery Valentine's Day box from First for Fabrics. So I'll link to the video. It's only a quick video of 6 minutes. I saw that Tamlin had posted that they were doing these Valentine's Day mystery boxes where it was 2.5 meters of fabric, a little gift, haberdashery, etc. in there, and it was quite reasonable. I think it was like £30, so I treated myself to that, and when it came I did an unboxing, which I'll link the video to, and it was this beautiful lip fabric, which I quite openly said I wouldn't have chosen myself, but I absolutely love it. And when I made it up I was a bit like, whoa, this is very in your face, but it was worked really perfectly. So the Tilly and the Buttons Billie sweatshirt dress, I got this pattern in my January SHJ box with this fabric, but already had plans for this fabric in the Sirocco, so was keen to make this up quite quickly. So when I got this box come through, I thought the Billie would be perfect, because it takes about 2.5 meters of fabric. So the Billie pattern, I always make a size 3 up in the Billie, which is a bust of 34, a waist of 28 and a hip of 37. It's pretty much dead on my measurements really, and they're the line drawings there. So I decided to make the balloon sleeves option, long sleeves, and I kind of had to choose between pockets and balloon sleeves because it wasn't quite enough. I probably could have squeezed it out, but I didn't want to risk it, and I had read that sometimes it can make it bulky, but the fit on this Billie is not too tight, so it actually probably would have been okay. And I do regret not putting the pockets in, if I'm really honest, because they're missing and I do love a pocket. Can I be bothered to unpick it and put them in? No, I can't, but I probably will do it next time. So really quick sew. I was so keen to get this done. It's got beautiful cuffs. I was so good as well with the cuffing. I made sure that the lips are all the right way round on the cuffs, and the hemband as well, to make sure that because it is obviously directional. And then the cute little thing that I put on is I got a little tag with the box that said "Hello Gorgeous," and I thought this is too cute to go on the inside, so I just kind of put it on the bottom like that, and I'm really happy with that. I think that looks really beautiful, showcases it really well, and it's really comfy. I'll insert a picture. I finished it up on the morning before the school run and went and did the school run in it, and got some quite eyebrows raised when I rocked up in that, but you know, that's what fashion is about, isn't it? Making a statement. So love this make. I would really like to make the short sleeve one as well, and I'll talk about that in my plans. Yeah, I can see me making lots of these, so I'm really thankful that I got that Billie pattern in the So Hayley Jane box for December. So yeah, fantastic. So that's my second make, and then my third, well, I said 2.5 makes this month. This is my third make here, and it's the Monroe Turtleneck from Tessuti Patterns, which is a free pattern that I talked about making. So I've made it in this lovely rib fabric, striped fabric from Crafty Girl Maria. I couldn't think then. But the reason why it's not finished is I haven't actually hemmed it yet. And that's really just because I have had blue thread in my overlocker. Sorry, not in my overlocker, blue thread in my sewing machine, and I couldn't be bothered to change it until I'd sewn up the Sirocco. So, and because I was doing the Billie with blue as well, I just thought I can't be bothered to change the thread yet. So I will finish that off this week and get it done. Overall, this pattern was, again, really simple to make. I did make it harder by having stripes. I have pattern matched the stripes, which I am quite proud of. Just seeing if you can see, they're not exact, but they're as close as I could get them, so I'm quite happy with that. It fits lovely. So they're my makes this week. Really successful makes, very, very happy with them. And as I say, I've got the other make that I will show you on Monday in my reveal video of my collaboration. So yeah. So the other thing to say is my make 9 update. So my Sirocco was on my make 9, so that's a big tick done now. I feel like now I've done the proper version, I've ticked that off. And the kilo wrap dress, that was also on my make 9, so I've ticked that off. So 2 of my 9 make out of my make 9s have all been done, so I'm feeling like I'm making a start on that, so that's good. Okay, so what else do I want to talk to you about today? Well, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was some free patterns that sorry, not some free patterns, some new patterns that have come out that I wanted to talk to you about because they are really lovely, some of them. The first pattern that I wanted to talk to you about was from Itch to Stitch. They've released something called the Sibiu top. I'm probably saying that wrong. And it's absolutely, I'll put a picture in it, it's a really lovely knit pattern. And it is a wing sweater with a cowl neck. And I really like it. I think it's lovely, and it is also got the option for, and I'll put this picture in, colour blocking on the arms, which I thought was a lovely detail, which I'd quite like to do. So that's a really lovely pattern. So if you haven't checked that out or seen it, have a look at it. The next patterns that I wanted to talk to you about is a pattern company that I haven't actually purchased any patterns from or tried yet, but I would like to, and it's Atelier Skamit. I might be saying that wrong. And the first pattern that I wanted to talk to you about from them is the Solstice jacket, which is this jacket here, which has got, the thing that I like about it is it's got a lot of options for the collar. So I'm just looking at my notes here. So it's a straight jacket with a slightly dropped shoulder, and it comes with 3 collar options. It's got a dog ear collar, this one, a removable fake fur collar, which I think is really great, and a flat ribbed collar. So, and it's got high jetted pockets that can be positioned in different places, and you can do a button or a zipped closure. So I've got some fabric which I'll talk about in a minute, which I was going to use for my Ilford jacket, but I am now thinking that this is a really nice jacket that I might look at doing, but I might do it in a different fabric. But I do really like this jacket, and I think it's could be a really nice option. And then the next one that they've done is they've released a blouse which is called the Boheme blouse, and it's beautiful detail. It's got a ruffle on the neckline here, and it's got a ruffle on the sleeves, which I do love a ruffle, and then also in the back it's got a lovely box pleat. Is it called a box pleat? Yeah, it's got a box pleat in the back, which I think is again a lovely detail, and it's for light to medium weight woven fabric. So it says for crepe, light denim and double gauze. I think it would be lovely in double gauze actually for the spring. So yeah, they're kind of the new pattern releases that I've seen that I wanted to talk to you about. So a couple of things that I've done this week is I've purchased some patterns. So the first patterns are PDFs, are not PDFs, they are actual physical patterns. I've mentioned now that I actually hate sticking PDFs together and I hate tracing out, so I've started to buy a few more paper patterns. So I've ordered the Friday Pattern Company Sicily slip dress, which I would really like to make up at some point. Fabric that I'm going to be using is this heart fabric from Fabric Godmother. I want to make that up in the Sicily slip long version with a black kind of Freya top underneath. I think that would be really gorgeous make, so that's the plans for that. I purchased the Ilford jacket because that's on my make 9 list, and I've got this beautiful fabric which I will show you. I think everybody's got this fabric, so it's in the bag. I don't want to get it out because it's going to fluff everywhere. So it's this denim fabric which is quilted, with the Sherpa, the super soft Sherpa on the other side. So I'm going to make a twirl of the Ilford jacket. I've got some fabric coming from Rainbow Fabrics, which was a cheap kind of checked wool. It'll be a wearable twirl that I'm going to use to make a twirl up of this, and then I'll use my Sherpa, my denim Sherpa. I got this from Guthrie and Ghani. They selling it in lots of places. Fabric Godmother had sold out, so it'd be on the pink door. So I managed to get it from Guthrie and Ghani, but you know, they've all got it. So that's what I'm going to be using to make that up. And then the final paper pattern that I have purchased is the Melliot by Deer and Doe. So the reason why I've purchased this is Andrea Beyond the Pink Door mentioned that you can get the short sleeve version of this out of less than a metre of fabric. So I am definitely up for that. So it's for woven fabrics. I haven't tested it yet, but that will be something I will be trying out. I do like Deer and Doe, love the Sirocco instructions, so I've got high hopes for this. But I have got some fabric that I want to use for this. I have this beautiful fabric, which is a lady, I think it's a Lady McElroy actually. Yeah, it's a Lady McElroy cotton poplin, and it's called the Jewellery Pack. And it's a bit out there, you might not like it, but I like it, and that's all that matters. And it's basically this beautiful dog fabric. I'm a dog lover, as we all know. Can you see that? And it's got these lovely dogs all over it with jewellery on. And I just thought it was so in your face and obnoxious that it was just for me. So I've got, I don't know how much I've got of this. I've got 2.5 meters of this. I've got quite a lot actually. How much does this take? I want to make the long sleeve shirt in this, and I want it quite to be a little bit oversized, and it says, oh, it only takes just under 1.5 meters. So yeah, I'll have plenty to do something else with it as well. So yeah, I want to make it in this lovely Lady McElroy cotton poplin. I think that'll make a really cool shirt with some black leggings, and yeah, I just love those little doggies' faces. They're so cute. And no one else will have one, will they? So yeah, that's my plans for the Melliot shirt. And then also as a repeat pattern for just like those scraps of fabrics. You know, I'm dead into buying remnant pieces now, and I would never usually buy a remnant piece for a metre, but Andrea from Beyond the Pink Door uses it all the time. I think she says she got a Melliot, and she's shorter and petite, so it obviously depends on your size, but she says that she got one out of 0.7 meters of fabric, which, wow, that's amazing, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to be able to test this out on some small pieces of fabric and see if I can actually get it out of that kind of amount of fabric, and then it opens up remnants for that size in woven as well as the jersey remnants that I've been buying. So that's that one. Plans for this week, I've got a couple of bits of fabric. I've got this fabric here that I got from Guthrie and Ghani, remnant piece. Now it's less than a metre, but I also managed to get some more of this from Beyond the Pink Door, and they were selling a 1.3 metre remnant. So basically between that and this, I've got 2 meters, and I've also managed to get the pink glitter cuffing that Andrea's been promising is coming in, and it's finally come in, so I managed to snap that up. So I'm going to make a sweatshirt, probably the Billie sweatshirt, but the short version. I want I don't know why I'm doing this. I want like a snuggly jumper. I have got the toaster sweater. There's a few options, but I'm going to make a sweater jumper with this. And then I also have a lot of this, which was a damaged piece, which has got a blurry bit on it that I got from Guthrie and Ghani. I want to make a jumper with this as well. Again, probably make the same. And I'm probably going to use black ribbon actually, which I don't think I've got any of, so I might need to buy some. But those are plans that I have for this week or the next week. So yeah, that's what I want to try and get done this week. Oh, and then other things, I did say I've got a couple of other patterns that were PDF patterns. So I had the sagebrush top pattern PDF, and I wanted to make one for my mum in the bee fabric that I had from Snapdragon Fabrics. I made a Lyra in my black colourway, but my mum really likes bees, so I'm going to make her a sagebrush top in it. So I actually went and got the PDF printed. I've never done this before, and I used Fabuloso, which is a company that loads of people talk about specifically for pattern printing. So I sent this off last week. I had the beautiful envelope. I paid the £1 for the envelope, £2.50 for the instruction booklet, which is here. No, it's not. Where's my instruction booklet? There it is. So £2 for them to print the instruction booklet, £2.50 to print the instruction booklet. You don't really need to do that because you can just get it off your tablet or your laptop. I like to have the paper, get old fashioned that way. So yeah, I've got that, and then the tissue paper is just a bit thicker than normal tissue paper, and it's printed off here. And I actually requested, because it's a layered pattern, I requested that they just put on 2 of the sizes on here, and that's what they did. So that's really good. She printed just the requested sizes. And also John at Fabuloso emailed me to say he's just about to print them off, and he noticed that I hadn't attached the PDF, and would I mind sending it over. Well, I just thought it was really good customer service, because you could have just like, you know, my mistake. But yeah, he emailed me, I sent it back, and then that same day he said it had been posted out. So thank you so much. I can't recommend them enough. And then the other pattern that I can't show you, the other one that I got printed off is for my collaboration with Clare. Can't show you that one. And also you'll probably notice that there are teeth marks in here, and they're not my teeth marks. They are my little doggy's teeth marks. He likes to grab, if we're out, he likes to grab any post and rip it apart. So luckily the patterns aren't actually damaged. But yeah, he was literally in the doghouse. That I think brings me to the end of my Friday sews. I'm off to the hairdressers this afternoon to get my hair done. So that will be exciting. I'm going to edit this in the hairdressers, so hopefully I will get this uploaded tonight. Yeah, and that's it. So that's where I am with my Friday sews. So I hope you've enjoyed my video and my makes this week, and I hope you're looking forward just as much as I am to what I get sewed up next week. If you've liked this video, please click like. If you don't subscribe already, please subscribe, because now you know what I'm going to say. I want to get to the next milestone of subscribers. And then also please leave comments. I love interacting with you. Please follow me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram. I post all my makes on there as I make them. I post when I put new videos. You can message me on Instagram as well. If any of you want to email me, my email address is also on my page. So yeah, if you want to, just reach out to me if you want to have a chat about sewing. I'd love to engage. So yeah, that's all from me this week. Have a lovely weekend, and hope you get lots of sewing done. Happy sewing. Bye.